Hello everyone. The topic for today is select an appropriate representation. Right now I want you to pause the video so you can copy down your notes and then resume when you're ready. These are the most common types of displays that you'll see: a bar graph, a box plot, a histogram, a line graph, and a dot plot. There will be others, but these, like I said, these are the most common that you will see. And the best used to, well, for a bar graph, it shows the number of items in specific categories. That's the key thing for a bar graph. If there are no categories to compare, then a bar graph is probably not the best way to represent the data. A box plot, it shows the measures of variation. It's very useful for large sets of data. A histogram is very similar to a bar graph, but the data is divided into intervals. A line graph is change over time. So if there's any element of time, usually that means a line graph is going to be the best representation. And then a dot plot shows how many times each number occurs. Looking at some examples. So we have to select the appropriate type of display for the data. Well, if we were given the heights of buildings in town, well, a line graph would not be the best representation because there's no element of time. A histogram would not be the best representation because there's no intervals. And then a bar graph would not be the best representation because there are no categories. So a frequency table would be the best representation. The number of cars a dealer sold each month over the past year. Well, a line graph, remember that involves some element of time. A dot plot, that just shows a set of numbers and how many times that it occurred. A frequency table, that's going to give us kind of the tally marks. And then a bar graph is going to be broken down into categories. Well, in this case, a line graph is going to be the best representation because, again, we have that element of time. It's over the past year. So the line graph would be the best representation. I want you to answer question number 4. Bring that answer along with any questions that you may have with you to class tomorrow.